and welcome to our Specialist Art Day. So I'm really excited to be able to be doing some artwork with you today. There are a few things that I would like you to get yourself organised with some materials. Alright, so I'll show you what we're going to be doing first. We are going to be making this beach mobile car. You've got the surfboard on the top, you've got the surfboard down the side, and they're all ready to go at a Hawaiian beach. So you've got Hawaiian flowers down here as well. So what I've used is just a white piece of paper. It's A3 size, but you can use whatever paper you like. You can use blue if you like. It doesn't matter what colour paper that you have. I've used textures to do the really fine work, as you can see on the wood panelling on the car there. And then I've also painted. So I've used these watercolour paints that I got from the $2 shop. If you have any of those, they're fantastic. If not, don't worry. You can just continue using your textures or your pencils. I drew straight with a Sharpie that I've just dropped. I've used a Sharpie straight away. I didn't use grey lead, I didn't use a rubber. I had a ruler with me to rule down the bottom lines to make sure they were nice and straight. But if you want a grey lead and a rubber, make sure you have all of those. All the things that you might need with you. I then also use my oil pastels. Oil pastels are fantastic for doing some different kinds of shadows and adding depth to our work. And you can see down here I've added depth by adding dark green going to mid green and light green up through here, and the same for the road as well. I've done the road orange, just a bit like sand. So I've done a dark orange going down to the lighter colours down the bottom there. And the same with the trees. I've got highlights and shadows on the trees as well. So if you've got any oil pastels with you, they are fantastic to use with those. If not, textures, pencils, whatever you have that you can colour with, that would be fantastic. Go and grab all those things that you need, and I will see you soon at our live session. Alright, see you then.
Hi everybody, and welcome to our Specialist Day. For art today, we are going to have a go at drawing a little bit of a beach theme. I know it's not quite summer yet, but we're getting there. The weather's getting a little bit warmer. So we're going to have a go at drawing this little scene here. So we've got the beach mobile, we've got the surfboards up the top and around the sides, we've got the palm trees. Just a little bit of fun, festive, lots of colour, and it's really simple, really easy to do. So I'm going to go through some quick directed drawing with you so you can see how to draw the car, but I want to focus on some of the colouring techniques as well. So we will be focusing on the colouring techniques during our live session. So make sure that you have everything that you need, and you can use a Sharpie to draw directly this time. Okay, so we're just going to do quick drawings. It doesn't matter if we make any mistakes. We don't need grey leads or pencils. Sharpies just quicken that process for our live session as well. But if you wanted to then go on a little bit later and have another go, just use our live session as a practice. You can come back to this video and you can stop and start with the directed drawing, so you can draw along with me, and you can follow my directions on how to draw the car. Okay, so I've used my picture, I've used pencils and textures. I've also used for the background, just because it's really quick and easy, and I really love it. They're fun to use, the watercolor blocks from the $2 shop. So if you have any of those, they are fantastic, and they're the base that I used. If you don't have them, don't stress, it doesn't matter. You can use anything that you like. The other thing that I also used on here as well, whoops, they're all falling out, are the oil pastels. So if you have some oil pastels left over from previous years, or you were lucky enough to bring them home, use them as your base if you don't have the watercolors, okay? So you can block them in really quickly, or crayons or whatever you might have at home. If not, if you don't have any of those, that's fine. You can use pencils and textures. It might take you just that little bit longer, that's all. And adding highlights and shadows and things like that, I actually used the oil pastels, and I can show you that technique too. But most of it, if you see, it's really small and intricate. particularly the wood paneling on the car, I used texture for that, okay? And then I painted the background and then used oil pastels to go on top of that. You can use a white pencil if you have for your highlights and a darker pencil, grey lead pencil for your shadows. So I'm going to go through and show you very quick and easy how to make some shadows and highlights on your picture as well. Year 5s, we've done that with the pear, so bring those techniques in that we used with the soft pastels in the classroom, bring those in to this picture here. I know grade 6s, I haven't had the opportunity to teach you that as well, unfortunately, just because of our situation, but jump along to the live session and I will go through and show you that lovely technique that will help you in lots of your things. And you can see the paintings behind me. I've actually used these techniques in those paintings behind me as well, okay? So it is a really quick, easy technique to use with any medium. All right, so I'm gonna flip my screen so you can see my desktop now rather than see me, and you can work along with me. You can stop and start this video to catch up with the directed drawing. So go slow with the drawing if you need to. Okay, so you can see my desktop now. Unfortunately, it's a little bit blurry, but it is just the document camera that I've got sitting up the top here. It's not it's a very cheap one, so it keeps coming out of focus, so I apologise with that, but we'll just get through it. You can kind of get the idea anyway, whether it's just slightly out of focus. So the quality's not as clear as I would like today, but we're just working with what we have at home. So let's just get through that. And I can't wait to see your pictures, and I can't wait to see your colour combinations. I know everybody's going to have their favourite colours and their favourite things to put into this picture today, and you don't have to follow through what I've done. As long as it's a beach kind of theme with a car in it, you'll be fine. All right, and chuck in a few surfboards, and you can see I've put in a few flowers just to get that festive feeling going. So it's up to you what you want to put into your picture today. All right, so let's get going. You will need a spare piece of paper. I've got a piece of paper underneath. As you can see, it's just protecting the tabletop because the Sharpie goes through the paper. And if you wanted to draw your car, I think I put it away, but you can get things like this. Is just the top of a glass that I've got, and you can use that as your drawing of your wheels if you wanted to. Now I'm going to put them in the middle. I'm going to leave a little bit more room down the bottom here. My paper comes off the bottom, sorry. I'll bring it up in a minute so you can see, but just leave a little bit more room, as you can see, so that you've got the road to draw on as well. All right, so let's get going. So draw 2 circles for the wheels. Draw them freehand if you like. A little bit in the middle. So that's going to be the car where you get in. All right. So you can also then draw your second circle in the middle. Go slow when you're drawing your circles. If you've got something else to trace, you can. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. All right, so there's our wheels done. And you might want a ruler for this. You can use a ruler if you like, or you can just draw it freehand. Sometimes a ruler helps. All right, that's the base of our car, okay? So we also want our car to come out a little bit. It's going to be facing that way. It's going to drive that way, all right? So that's going to be the front, and the back comes up, and it's a bit flat at the back, okay? It comes out at the front, and then it's flat at the back. So I'm just going to put that there so I've got a reference. And we're going to finish this off a little bit. You come out. Leave enough room for your palm trees and your surfboards on this side. And the same at the front. The front comes out just that little bit further because the engine's sitting in the front of this one. All right, so go up, and around, and up, and down. All right, doesn't matter if it's not perfect, this one. This is just a free drawing, so just go freely with what you are drawing. And it doesn't matter if you make any mistakes or mix anything up, okay? So I'm just going to draw the lines now that go across the top to separate the top from the windows. And it can go all the way down to the end. And then just drawing your windows. So remember, we have 2 windows, front and back, and a bit of wood paneling at the back. Okay, so remember, just enough room for that. That's the front window. You can follow along the line of the car if you like. I know mine's on a bit of an angle, but that's okay. So there's a gap there for the door. The back's a little bit bigger. And then our wood paneling at the back. Right. Just some lines. So don't forget, you can stop and start this video at any time you like to catch up. If I'm going a little bit too fast, just to try and make the video just a little bit shorter, because some of our videos can go very long in art. So stop and start the video at any time to catch up if I'm going a little bit too fast, all right? So there are our window frames, and because it's got glass in it, let's just put some reflection. And we'll cover that up with some colour. Grey is really good. Grey oil pastels or something like that. Follow the line down. That's one segment there and another segment there for our door paneling, the handles. And for the wood paneling, I've just drawn, you know, shapes that kind of connect. And a little bit like bricks if you're drawing bricks. And just do those. All right, I'm going to leave you to do the rest of the wood paneling on these two, okay? But you can draw them similar to that, and then colour the smaller bits in texture, and it makes it a little bit easier. Now let's have some fun with some festivities. So you can draw flowers on your wheels if you like. It's up to you, whatever you want to start now putting into your picture, because you now have the basics to start drawing and adding your details. So we'll just try and balance them out just a little bit more. All right. So let's draw her the road. So the car's wheels are just sitting on the bottom of the road there. And then you've got all that space there to add your different shades and colours. I would do the darker colours here, moving down to light, just to graduate the road a little bit. You can add some of your flowers. Some of the tropical hibiscus flowers don't have smooth edges. They're kind of a bit like a square. So that just then gives you that tropical hibiscus kind of look with your flowers. If you're adding flowers, you don't need to add the flowers if you don't want to. You can add a surfboard, you could add people on bikes, you could add anything that you like. All right, so we're going to add some grassed area, or you could do sand if you like, and we're going to go just down the bottom. Might do a tree first and just do the trunks of the trees so that they're added in nicely. So I'm going to have 2 palms going there. This palm's going to be swaying a little bit in the wind. You get a bit windy. Okay, you can do different kinds of patterns on your trunks. Now I did that first because when I wanted to do the horizon, I realised I made a mistake in my picture, my sample, that my horizon line then went through my surfboard over here and my trees. So just add the surfboard, and the surfboard is just sitting in the sand. Now they sort of wedge them down in the sand. That's what I've done here. And you can add whatever patterns you wanted to your surfboard a bit later. Now let's do that horizon line. Okay, so see how I'm not going right through my main pictures, because I want them at the front. Okay, so you can stop and start, remember this video to catch up if I'm going a little bit too fast. And the other horizon line will be near our trees. So let's do some palm leaves, and just do a straight line for that one. And then this one, you can have little jagged bits coming out. Okay, go off the page if you wanted to with your leaves. And once again, put kind of a vein down the middle of your leaves. I'm going to do 4 palms. I'll do a cross one on that, sticking out the top, and this one sticking out the top there. So I've gone off the paper just to add a little bit more interest to that one. And the same with this leaf over here. You can Google and have a look at different palm leaves and see how to draw different palm leaves if you really wanted to. I've gone off the paper again on that leaf, and the same, I'll do the same for this one. Give it a bit of a curve shape, and I'm going to make them fall. There we go. All right, so the reason I did that one as well is because I want the palms at the forefront. Okay, so then I'm just going to do that change of that horizon again. Doesn't matter if it's not straight, it doesn't have to be this time. And go in and tuck in under. So there's my different colors for my backgrounds. So I've got the road, I've got some grass, I've got the water, and then I've got the sky. And you can see that I've changed that with different colors, and that's why I've chosen the colors that I have. So I've got blue for the water that's sitting here, that's this part. And I've got green for the grass just before you get to the water, and then I've chosen yellow just to break up those colors a little bit more. So you've got your cool blue sitting there, inviting people into the sun. All right, so I'm going to leave you to finish off and fill in any other blank pieces on your car, and fill in the patterns, some nice big flowers if you like, or stripes. They had kind of, in this era, a lot of the surfboards had stripes on them as well, usually going down long ways, and then add color to it. So I use the watercolor blocks on these ones here to use for the background. I used textures here on the wood paneling, and I also then used highlights and shadows. So I used oil pastels as well. And if I wanted some shadows on the wheel, I wanted a bit of dirt, I then just added a little bit of white through there to give me my shadows. I put white over the top of a little bit of grey on the windows. So you can see I've gone over the Sharpie, that's fine. And on the leaves as well, same thing, lighter on one side of the leaves, then go for a different darker colour on your other side through there, bringing in some yellows and some whites once again for your lights and shadows. And I've done that around the edges. I've done some white in the water for some highlights as well. Okay, so I've done the graduated colour. I've gone from dark to light, both for the grass and for the road. So then you can actually see there's a point there going right across that differentiates that section of your artwork that's in the background too, and it's highlighting and bringing that background to the forefront. So there is a couple of tricks, and I will go through those more with you in further detail during our live session. You can keep coming back to this video at any time that you like and stop and start for your drawing and for some more advice. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you for our Specialist Day, and I look forward to going through and creating a lovely beach mobile picture with you, and something fun and bright to brighten us up, and looking forward to the summer that's starting to come through a little bit. All right, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now.
Hi everybody, and welcome back. Thank you for participating in our live art session this week for our Specialist Day. I hope that you had as much fun as I did. I really enjoyed the conversation and talking about art and drawing along with each other today, and the colouring as well. So don't forget, if you haven't finished your work, that's okay. You've got lots of time to finish it, and if you can, send us a picture of your finished artwork, a nice clear picture, and send it through to Mr. Sharp at psharp@start stackborn.catholic.edu.au. That would be absolutely fantastic. We would love to share some of the work from today in a movie, a video that we can put together of all of your fabulous, fantastic work. Okay, so don't forget to share your work with us and send it through, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. And thank you for the lovely day today. Okay, bye.